Hi, we're going to do solving multi-step equations. So the steps would be clear the fractions if needed, distribute, multiply, that's what distribute means. We're going to combine like terms. That means on the same side of the equals. So we're going to look at the left and see if any like terms need to be combined, and we're going to look at the right and see if any like terms need to be combined. Then we are going to move the variable by adding or subtracting, because we would like to have the variable be on one side and the numbers be on the other side. We're going to undo the constant. The constant is the number that does not have the variable. So we're going to add and subtract that depending on what sign we have. And then we're going to undo the coefficient. So we're going to multiply or divide because the coefficient is the number in front of or being multiplied to the variable. So we have to get the variable by itself. Now, I am doing this while I'm at school. So we had an announcement. So I had already started this, and so now I'm going to start it over. We had 8 minus 3x equals negative 5 times x minus 2. I don't see any fractions, but I do see distribution. So I'm going to distribute negative 5 times x and get negative 5x, and negative 5 times negative 2 and get plus 10. Now, I don't see any combining like terms on either side. So over here, no combining. Over here, no combining. So now I'm moving the variable. So I'm going to add 5x. That goes to 0. I'm going to add 5x over here. So negative 3x plus 5x is positive 2x. Just because we say this 8 minus 3x doesn't mean that it's not still a negative. Minus sign, negative sign, same thing. All right? Equals 10. Now I want to undo my constant. So the 8 was positive, so I'm going to subtract it. 8 minus 8 is 0. I bring the 2x down. 10 minus 8 is 2. Okay, now I'm going to undo the coefficient. 2 and x, they're multiplying. I can tell because I can put my pen between them, and there's that dot. That means multiplication. There's no plus sign. There's no minus sign. So I'm going to divide by 2, and I get x equals 1. Okay, oh, sorry, there we go. X equals 1. So I have 2 other examples to show you. Hopefully we will not be interrupted by a bell, but that doesn't mean that we won't be. So here's the example. This is a negative 3. We're going to draw our line. We're going to look for fractions. No fractions. Distribution. Oh, we do see distribution. I can distribute here and here. Notice I don't distribute it to this negative 2. It's not in the parentheses. It doesn't get counted. Okay, it doesn't get distributed to. These can come down. I get negative 3 times 7r as negative 21r. Negative 3 times positive 3 is negative 9. And this negative 2 just comes down and brings up the rear. On this side of our equation, negative 8r and negative 37, neither one of those are like terms, so we're going to leave it alone. On this side of my equation, I see negative 9 and negative 2 are like terms. R can't go with them because R is its own term. So I'm going to do negative 21r minus 11. Negative 9 minus 2, negative 11. Now I am ready to move the variables. So I'm going to move this negative 21 over here. It's negative 21, so I am going to add. Negative 21 plus 21r is 0. Negative 11 comes down, negative 37 comes down, negative 8 plus 21 is 13r. Are we sure? I think yes. Okay, now we need to undo the constant. So we're gonna add 37. The 37 was negative, so to do the opposite operation, we're gonna add it. So 13r comes down, negative 11 plus 37 is 26. And then we're going to divide by 13 because we're undoing our coefficient. 13 divided by 13 is 1. That leaves us with this lonely r. And 26 divided by 13 is 2. Notice how I go through the steps every single time. That's what you want to do. You want to go through the steps every single time, and after a while, it'll just become regular whatever you do. Okay. This is not my favorite question ever because it has this 1/2, okay? So normally what we would do is we would go ahead and multiply in, okay? Because it has a lot of things going on, clearing the fraction might be a little difficult. However, if you want to clear the fraction, you can clear the fraction first. I'm going to go ahead and just show you distribution. So here's the distribution. One half times 3 is 3/2. You could put this in a decimal if you wanted to. It'd be 1.5x. And then plus 4 equals 2x plus 1. I can combine terms. 3/2 x plus 2 because -2 and 4 is 2. And now I'm going to subtract the 2. I should have drawn my line, excuse me. So that's 0. I get 3/2 x equals 2x minus 1. Now, it was not prudent for me to clear the fraction before. I could technically clear it now. If I wanted to clear the fraction, I see that 3 is divided by 2. So I want to multiply everything by 2. When I multiply this, it goes away and I get 3x equals 4x minus 2. Okay, now it looks like something I can work with. So I'm going to do minus 4x minus 4x. I'm going to get negative x equals -2. This is like a -1 in front of it, so I need to divide, and I get x equals +2. Now, if you wanted to clear the fraction first, what I would do if I were you is first I would get this -2 to come over here. So I would add 2, and I would get 1/2 3x plus 8 equals 2x plus 3. And then I would do the thing where I multiplied everything by 2. So that makes that go away. So 3x plus 8 comes down. 2 times 2x is 4x, and 2 times 3 is 6. And now I'm ready. -4x, -4x. We get -x plus 8 equals 6. Minus 8, minus 8. We get -x equals -2. Divide by -1. We get x equals +2. Okay, no matter if you do it the purple way or the blue way, you still get 2. If you change this into 1.5 and you move the 2x over and you got -0.5x and you moved and you had -1, when you divided it by -0.5, you would have gotten 2. So there are lots of different ways to do it, and all of them will get you to arrive at the correct answer. Y'all have a really great day. See you later.